Welcome to Mike's Man Cave, and today we are having a look at the original Weber Q rotisserie. This one is for the Weber Baby Q or 1000 series barbecue, and we have especially bought this for Christmas Day to make our Christmas Day dinner. Here's what's in the box. You get a heat shield, the rotisserie holder, the actual spit raised rod, and you get a rotisserie motor. Now it also appears that these things are now discontinued in Australia, so if you want one of these you better be quick. I still saw a few in some of the barbecue shops, but stocks are definitely starting to run low. Let's have a closer look at the box. Now here's the rotisserie all taken out of the box and put together. Okay, there wasn't much putting together involved. We just had to attach this little bracket here with two small little bolts there. Okay, just bolted to the rotisserie heat shield. There's the motor. Now I did check the motor for my kettle rotisserie. This one's a 4-watt motor, and the one on the kettle I think it was 10, so the kettle rotisserie motor is a lot bigger than that one, and that's probably because you can put a lot bigger cuts of meat in your kettle than what you can in a barbecue. So here it is, all ready to go. One thing I found a bit weird, there's no handle to grip the spit on the end here. You just have to touch the hot steel there to lift it off, which I'm assuming you might need some gloves. So I'm not sure, because I'm sure this will get hot. The kettle rotisserie actually has got a nice wooden handle on the end so you can pick up your spit. Anyway, so that's it here. We'll go outside in a minute and actually put it on our baby Q so you can have a look at that and see how it all fits up. There's also a heat shield here which bolts underneath the handle, so you need to take your handle off your baby Q and attach that, and I'm assuming that's to stop your handle getting too hot from any sort of heat escaping past the top edge here. But we'll have a look at that once we get outside and have a look at our barbecue. Okay, now just to finish off the video, here's the rotisserie installed on the baby Q. It's a nice fit. I've installed the heat shield, which I think is not a bad idea, and I can leave that on there for just general use. Now if you're not a fan of the heat shield, like, it goes in between the heat insulator and the handle, and you just use the original bolts that hold the handle on to keep it in place. So it's just a matter of taking off the bolts and then attaching the heat shield and putting it all back together. Literally took about 30 seconds. Now if you don't like the heat shield, I think you can get away without it. I think it's just like a little extra thing. I'm not sure that it is required to have on there. If you open it up, okay, inside here you can see that the rotisserie shield or holder locks into the grill grate, and it does it there. That's the front of it, and that's the other side. And Weber recommends using the convection tray on top of the grill grate for extra heat deflection and even cooking, even grilling. So that's it. She's ready to go. I'm quite happy with it. It all seems to fit well. There's the motor, and we've just attached it into the house. So that's the motor there. It's now running. It's extremely quiet. I can't actually hear it at all. And there's the speed at which it turns. So overall, I'm very happy with this accessory, and from what I've heard at my local Weber dealer, these are now discontinued. They've still had a few at Taree and Port Macquarie for the baby Q, and they also had some for the 2000. Both dealers were sold out of family Q ones, and I was informed there was no family Q ones left in Australia. So that's a bit of a shame. If you've got any questions in relation to this rotisserie, please leave a comment down below. I'll respond to all comments. In the meantime, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to Mike's Man Cave for more videos, and thanks for watching.